How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Chainsaw Man Chapter 147, Cremation, which I feel like is both a nod to Barham and the Fire Devil, while also just being literally what happens at the end of this chapter. And fun fact, this is actually the 50th chapter of Part 2, meaning that it's now over half the length of Part 1. I mean, to be honest, I think it was over half last chapter, but I forgot to mention it, and, 50 is just a nice even number to bring it up on. This chapter released on Halloween, but sticking consistent with my channel so far, I'm like a week late to this. But here in the next 2 weeks, I think I'm going to catch up and get more of a consistent schedule with this chapter reviews, meaning I could finally start trying to get out, like, some of the several other videos I've been working on. But enough about my procrastination habits, let's get into the chapter. We start legitimately right where the last chapter left off, with Barham responding to Nayuta's hypothesis of what family's plan to kill the Death Devil is, which he confirms is right on the money. Then he comments on her being the reincarnation of Makima, which is kind of funny because the way he puts it kind of makes it seem like he's still sort of infatuated with her after all this time. Or he's just being a goofy motherfucker, which, fair enough. It's in line with his character. I also just want to mention how much I'm really starting to like Barham. I really hope this guy doesn't just get offed in the next few chapters. I hope he ends up being like a main antagonist sort of for the rest of the story if he can. I really dig his sort of back and forth personality. The dude seems truly unhinged and I am here for it. Barham continues saying that he needs Denji to turn into Chainsaw Man, and it seems that in order to do this, he's concocted a little sinister plot. He starts going full-on preacher mode, saying that Chainsaw Man is speaking to him, saying that Nayuta is a witch that is going to destroy the world, which is a direct reference to Yogen no Nayuta, or Nayuta of the Prophecy, which was a one-shot released by Fujimoto all the way back in 2015, over 3 years before Chainsaw Man would first appear in Weekly Shonen Jump, where Nayuta, who is the younger sister of Kenji, not Denji, these are completely unrelated characters whatsoever, is in fact a witch prophesied to destroy the world, in which all the townspeople start to go all Salem, Massachusetts on her ass and try to kill her. In response to Barham's out-of-nowhere accusations, Denji and Nayuta both simultaneously and adorably exclaim, "Say what?" Then Barham sicks all the chain zombies. I'll be honest, that did sound cooler in my head. But he sicks them on Nayuta and by association Denji and Fumiko, and they seem quite fucked, to be completely honest. Until she appears! Wow! That's right, everybody. So soon after Fujimoto graced us with Quanxi's return to the story, she's already doing shit! And looking bad as hell doing it too! She charges in and decapitates all of the chain zombies that were going after Nayuta and them. And then she just picks all 3 of them up and super jumps away? Oh, Quanxi, how I've missed you. Suddenly, Quanxi bites Fumiko's midriff, which... It should have been me! Before landing on the ground and completely fucking destroying her legs, though she heals instantly because she swallows Fumiko's blood. And then she absolutely demolishes this chain zombie horde in a immaculate double-page spread. Then we see Barham sweating. Yeah, me too, bud. And says that Quanxi is like a manga character come to life, and motherfucker, I wish she was real. Even if she's a lesbian, and I know I'd have no chance whatsoever. It's about principle, or something intelligent sounding like that. As our group recovers from the little carnival ride they were just forced to ride, they look on to see what I can only describe as absolute fucking chaos. Public safety agents and people with devil hunting training are just tearing apart chain zombies in the street. We see this giant fucking crab legs coming out of the ground. Buildings are blowing up. People are crying over dead family members and shit. Shit's fucking crazy, man. As the world is fucking burning down around them, essentially. The title of the chapter comes into play as public safety is lining up and grouping together all of the Chainsaw Man church members' dead bodies in order to essentially mass cremate them. And it's still kind of crazy to me sometimes that Fujimoto can get away with some of the shit that he does. Even if Chainsaw Man's in Jump Plus now, like, we see dead kids and shit. Like, it's so gritty and disturbing, and oh, it's perfect. I mean, this was a Halloween chapter after all. Public safety is giving announcements on a mass devil outbreak, asking for assistance from anyone who is taking the devil extermination exam to help them deal with this fucking zombie apocalypse. Then this bald dude in public safety questions as to why they have to burn all of these bodies, to which his buddy or whatever responds that they pretty much have to destroy the entire body of the church members because they can apparently just be revived with the chainsaw cord on their chest as long as they have blood. And as our lovely group of heroes watches all this unfold looking very uncomfortable. I mean, even Nayuta doesn't look like she wants to be here at all. This dude who, for some reason, simultaneously looks 15 and 67, points at Denji and starts flipping out saying that he's a Chainsaw Man wannabe, to which I can only assume he like saw Denji with one of the church members, or maybe he like saw him on a news thing saying he's Chainsaw Man, I don't know. But that brings us to the end of the chapter. I'm really curious how this situation is gonna unfold from here. Like, are people gonna start ganging up on Denji once they realize he's Chainsaw Man, or a Chainsaw Man, I guess? I mean, he's still got like the starter on his chest, right? That's basically the equivalent of a zombie fight in this situation for like these normal civilians who have no idea what's going on. This chapter definitely flew by a lot faster than I expected it to. And for a Halloween chapter, I felt like it could have had maybe like a bit more juice in it. I don't know. Obviously, I have no insight as to what Fujimoto is cooking up. All I know, he's building up to something perfectly and expertly, and I just do not see it because I'm a dumb dude in his room talking about manga on the internet. That being said, I'm going to give this chapter a final rating of 8 out of 10, and yes, that is almost exclusively because of quanxi. Hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know what your thoughts on the chapter were down below. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of me simping over fictional characters. And with that, I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.
Tater tots! Tater tots! I want some salty, crispy tater tots!